Well, this is a model of a tibia or a shin bone, the same bone that Kevin Ware fractured yesterday. And basically, they described it as a compound fracture, which means that part of this bone, when it broke, actually projected out through his skin. There's no way you can really put a number or a value on how much pain he was having, but I would imagine it's actually a fairly painful thing to have. You have nerve endings on the bone, and in addition to that, there's a lot of injury to his muscles and his skin as well, so all of that is quite painful. A stress fracture, if you keep playing on it, can lead to a real fracture. Of course, we don't know what his symptoms were before he fell, but that's certainly one explanation for why this may have happened. Usually what the surgeons do is make an incision over the front of the knee, and they'll use that incision to insert a rod that spans the entire length of the bone, and then above and below the fracture they'll have screws that keep the rod from rotating, keep the rod from moving. And that's basically to keep the bone pieces in place while it heals. Saying the surgery is successful at this time means that when they lined up the bones and put it back together, they were pleased with the alignment of the bones and they felt like they were able to get everything back together. That doesn't mean that it doesn't speak to his recovery. I think that this is somewhat of a career-threatening injury, and the reason is because even if his bone heals well, the question is, will he be able to regain the strength in his muscle to make him be able to, jump and have the athletic ability that he had before? And that's a big question mark, and we won't know, I think, for 9 to 12 months whether he's able to come back to basketball.